All right. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can. All right. Hello? Anybody hear me? I'm pretty sure that you guys can't, that the sound is fine. Let me go check though really quick. Actually, I won't have to go anywhere. Okay, yeah. Perfect. All right. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Hello, personal videos. Okay, so this is the project that we're working on. We're kind of mid-project right now. And hang on, let me fix the... The camera gets really jacked up sometimes. Okay, so yeah. So this is a layered envelope junk journal. This is what I have been working on. Hi, Amy. This is what I've been working on for a couple of weeks now with you guys. And if you don't, or if you haven't watched the first few that we've done, you can just go and find the playlist on my channel. And there is one for, I don't know if it's just named layered envelope junk journal, but if it has those words in it, then you will find the first few videos. So today I think we will take a look at, I believe we sewed these in last time. We sewed this in, and the signature. So it's starting to come together pretty nicely. You could stop here, basically, if you want to, or you can do more things with it. And I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to add some embellishment to some of these pages. And really, you can do anything you want. But anyway, before we get into this, I wanted to share. I know that you ladies that are here right now are already part of my Patreon, and the May project has been released. I'm sorry it was so late, but this is what it looks like so far. All right, and so you guys have been asking me for this for a long time. Anyway, it doesn't look like this. This was just, I don't know why I have that in there, but you can use a print of the belly band that is provided for this item right here. So, all right, so this is our waterfall. And I have better instructions. Some of these are not exactly, you know, what it's going to look like, but really, really close. Everything would be matchy-matchy though. And then there is some ephemera that comes with it. And, you know, anyone in my Patreon tiers will get this. I believe that even at the $2, you can get the PDFs that you can fussy cut, and then you can get the written instructions. I started writing my instructions and drawing it, and it just feels better to me because I can actually do the project and then write them down as I'm going along. So anyway, that's what the project is looking like. And if you're interested in that, you can go to patreon.com /Junk Journal Boss, and you can join any of the tiers that you like to support me. And in my for you doing that, my thanks to you are these projects that are not published anywhere else. And I usually wait until the following year to publish them anywhere else. But for the year of 2025, this will not be something that that I am publishing anywhere else. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see. There was probably another thing, but anyways, we'll just go ahead and get started here. So we've already created a few envelopes or a few pockets, and what these are made from, what we did first was we took this piece of paper and we decorated some envelopes, or no, we actually pasted the envelopes, the flaps behind this paper. Okay, so this wasn't on the actual journal yet, and so we constructed this part first, and then we glued it onto the top of this, and then we went ahead and decorated it. Wait, before we glued it onto the top of this, we also added these, and yeah, so you kind of have to do it in order, but it's really, really rewarding. It's just such a pretty book, and I have other ones that I've done differently. If you went to the retreat, you saw them. And yeah, this one's really eclectic. I didn't try to make it themed or anything like that. But I just sort of, use the colors that I like and use things that I like, and it's whatever. You can do anything you want with it, really. Yeah, I worked on that waterfall for so long, you guys, because I wanted to make sure it was going to actually function the way I want it to. And there are better instructions. I mean, that was a prototype that I showed you also, but everything in the instructions and in the kit is going to be, matched as far as color goes, and I didn't you don't have to have any scrappy look to it or anything like that. Amy, I got those large paper clips from Temu, and so it's hard for me to recommend that right now because the tariffs and all that whole trade war thing with China. So but you can get those elsewhere. It's just they're a lot more expensive. So, well, maybe not now. I don't know. You can probably get them at Michael's or, online on Amazon. And if you can't find it, let me know and I'll give you my link for that. Unless you don't want to look for it, and then you can ask me by private message on Patreon. You can ask me for the link to that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do some page edges, and if you watched my presentation the other day at the retreat, then you know that you've already seen me do it. So I'm just going to pull a few pieces of paper out, and these are all my light colored scraps. So this is a little bit of information about my organization. So I have a light scraps page where not really too many of these pages are whole pages, right? But they are like just pieces of pages, that I can come back and grab things from. And so I'm going to go ahead and grab a few things. Some of these are pages that I printed out and just never used. I don't even know why this is in here. It should be in my regular paper, but I was messing around with things, and you know, stuff got weird. I think I might want to use some of these. So you guys are probably not too familiar with this, but these are actually pages that I drew by hand. I mean, graphics that I drew by hand and made these papers out of. So I haven't really used them very much. I used to have them in the shop, but I don't anymore. But I am going to be doing a lot more hand drawing and you know, digital drawing and things like that, and just different methods. And so if you like these pages, stay tuned, because I'll probably be making, you know, more florals and stuff like that. Sorry about this noise. Oh, that's kind of cool right there. And so there is, maybe I could bring these out. I'm sorry if you guys keep hearing that really loud. That must be really unpleasant. So, yeah. So right now I'm just going to pull out a bunch of pages that I would like to use. Okay, in addition to paper, you can also use stuff like, you know, book edges, or pages, I mean. Sometimes I use weird pictures from like a whole long time ago. Yeah, Melissa, I do use designs from Creative Fabrica, but a lot of the designs that I like are designs that are just kind of repetitive designs, like chevron and you know, like florals and things like that, and polka dots and whatever. And I enjoy making those. So, and I make them in the colors that I like and everything like that. So yeah, I just kind of prefer it. And I have in the past made my own stuff out of AI, but you know, being that I work with artists and everything, I don't really want to use it anymore. And I have some really pretty stuff you know, used with or made with AI, but yeah, it is kind of my thing right now, you know, that I'm thinking about making all my own kinds of pages, because I just think it's going to be better for me, and they're going to be originals. And not only that, I kind of would like to, you know, do designing, you know, as part of my repertoire. So anyways, so what I'm going to do here, like last time that I taught this at the retreat, I made these bookmarks, you know, and it's actually become my favorite way to do that. So to make these, it's really, really fun. Sorry about my squeaky chair. It's really fun. And not only that, you can use them as page edges, or you can use them as bookmarks or embellishment or whatever, you know. So I think today I might actually make 2 of some of these, and then use some of that as one of them as a page edge and one of them as an embellishment to tuck into a pocket. So I'll use these 2 here. Set this aside. Let me get a drink. So I think I'll maybe use this as the page edge. but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do just yet. So I recommend using cardstock for the page edges. These are short, but you can still use them, right? You know, your page edges don't have to go. Let me show you what I'm talking about if you don't know, if anybody's watching that doesn't know. So this is how I'm going to be embellishing page edges. And you just can use a lot of stuff. Scraps, new things, weird stuff like this. You know, you can really just do anything, you know. I got this weird metal, where is that page? Yeah, here it is. This weird metal ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I totally love it. I think it's really, really cool. And so, yeah. And also, you know, just ripped paper with some of my favorite crocheted ribbon. And, you know, just stuff like this. Just to kind of give it a little bit of volume every few pages, but also to just bring interest in a lot of different ways. What are you? Okay, your glue's drying out. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm going to do. This one comes from my Haunted Mansion journal, which we're going to be working on Twitch next hour. So we're going to go ahead and embellish some pages, and I guess I'll just use this. And I'm just going to like goof around a little bit, because that's pretty much how I do things, is I just think about it as I go along. Although it would probably be a great idea to find some kind of focal point, but I'm not sure what that's going to be yet. Oh, wait. I know. I have where did those go? I have some embellishments from my floral cottagecore set, or collection, I should say. And it's a really cool collection. It's in my shop if you guys are interested in that, but you don't have to get it. You can just, you know, use whatever you've got. I'm not finding what I saw earlier that I passed up on. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I can choose a focal point from that, but I am actually looking for the flowers. And it's really a bummer when I can't find stuff. Okay. Sorry, guys. You can take this time to like go to the bathroom or something. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I actually can use something like from this, I think. Oh no, here's what I wanted to use. All right. Okay, so I'm going to choose a focal point, probably this flower here. And it's going to be beautiful. So let's see, how do I want to do this? Just going to start stacking paper and see what I like. And I like this one. But I'll probably cut from over here more so I can get more of that orange. Or maybe like this. But cut it a little closer. So yeah, I think I want to use that. I like these colors so far. And what else would I like to have on here? Oh, yeah, Amy, great idea. Yeah, you're right, Melissa. There's like some really cute stuff at Creative Fabrica, and I don't mind using those, but because I think there's enough of them there that it, I don't know that people would recognize what I'm using as Creative Fabrica. Not that I care much, but I just don't want it to look like everybody else's stuff. So, oh, I like this better. So, yeah, I really love digital drawing and stuff. Another thing I started doing is drawing, like, say, an apple or something like that. That's actually the first one I did. Um, I drew like a still of an apple, and it was just in a black and white, and it had shading and everything like that. Eventually I'll probably use it, but the cool thing about it was that I was able to scan it and pull it into Affinity Designer, which is what I use, and actually shade it, color it red, and it was really, really fun and cool. So you guys might get some fruit paper at some point. My son is actually going to draw some pencil drawings for me that we can try out. Not Ezra, but my other son, Danny. And so, yeah, I think I want to cut this with my pinking shears. I think it's kind of cool to have your edge be pinked like this. Come on. Was that, oh yeah, an elastic. That's good, Amy. I mean, see, you don't have to buy it, I did buy my elastic that I use, but if I could figure out where I can get, where I can recover some, I would much rather do that. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what the back looks like because it's going to go on the page end, all right? But I am going to wrap this around and use my trusty clips and then just go ahead and glue this on. I got it straight. Cool. Oh, you do? Well, hopefully I'll have all the fruits done. I'm not sure how fast my son's gonna work because he is somewhat of an engineer at work. He does engineer work, and basically he draws mobile homes. Like anytime anybody wants a special something done to just a regular stock mobile home, he does that work. So anyways, this is what I've got so far. Now at this point I can just leave it like this, or I can do something more with it. So I wanted to use that flower, but I can also use something like this, you know, like this one here. And, or, nah, I don't like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just use a focal point, and I think instead of the big one, I'll use the smaller one. And often you'll see me use like kind of off color stuff, you know. I don't mind using that stuff because I don't like to throw away the pieces that I mess up the color on, or that, you know, if my printer is running out of ink or something, I don't like to throw those away, and so sometimes I'll use them if I think that they can look good. All right, so why don't we do a little inking of the edge of this so that it's a little bit less stark light. And how about even just kind of doing that. So I believe I will go ahead and do this as well. All right. Okay. And instead of trying to do it that way, I'm just kind of going to go over this because I don't want to mess up the edge. Oh, maybe I can do that. Maybe I can do that. Maybe that would be better, actually. Okay, but that's fine. And then I'm just going to go ahead and just stick this on like this. But I feel like we need something else. I feel like something else is needed. Who has suggestions? I think I was going to use this, but I think maybe not. Oh, wait. I kind of have an idea here. This would be much, much better if I were to print it on see-through paper of some sort. But this would be really, really cute, except it's kind of crooked. So I think I'm gonna, I should just make some embellishments, you know, out of these designs. I'll have to find them. Oh, look what I just found. It's just some kind of something I found at my mom's house, my dad's house. And so I kind of wonder. Yeah, I think I can do this. Did you guys know that I really, really love to make jewelry? I used to do that a while back, and it's so fun. So I'm super excited if I'm ever able to incorporate making jewelry with junk journaling, because I just love them both so much. All right, so I'm going to put this little guy on here. And we're going to just poke a little hole on maybe like maybe right here. Ooh, sorry for that noise, guys. Let's see, is that gonna work though? Okay, I'd have to do it this way. Oops. Okay, actually this is gonna be really awkward if I do it that way. I'll just put the jump ring on first. And this might not be close enough to I'm going to try to just like bring the hole closer. This is so awkward. Hang on, let me get a bigger jump ring. I think that might work. This one seems better. So if you ever want to use jump rings for, you know, to add charms to your stuff, just make sure to open it this way, like this way, not this way. This is so fiddly. Okay, here we go. I think I got it. And so which way do we put this on so that it hangs properly like that? Oh my gosh, this is so cute, you guys. So cute. So I'm going to close up the jump ring again, and I'm going to use my pliers to just kind of straighten it out and also tighten. And I'm using pliers with teeth inside. All right, so what do you guys think? Isn't this like super cute so far? I may not use this. I don't know. It's just everything else is so much cuter than this, you know? It's just really out of place, I think. So, yeah, maybe this. Maybe this. I was trying to make something specific for the... Oh, wait. I was trying to make something specific for one of my classes in the summit, but this one wasn't really working out as quickly as I wanted it to. So I just sort of put it aside. The cool thing is that I can use it now. That looks awful. Okay. A little better. All right, so I think I will go ahead and glue that down on there. I think it's enough just to put this on. So that's what I'm going to do. These can be elaborate, or it can be really chill like this one. It could even just be a ripped piece of paper if you like the piece of paper, you know. Let me do this. I barely can hang on to that. Okay. All right. Maybe here too. All right. So we've got that so far. I may need to glue that down a little bit here. Oops. And maybe I'll just pin it. Just for a minute. Oh, I think this is my glue pin. Never mind. Not a big deal. All right, so. Hi, Desiree. Oh my gosh. Super happy to see you. Yeah, we're just making a page edge, and I'm just showing, you know, how to just throw it together with, you know, scraps that you've got or whatever. And I think this is probably all right now. And we're going to go ahead and glue it into my eclectic journal, and I believe that I'm going to put it here. Oh, it's a little short, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I am going to add some glue, and that looks like a kind of globby bit there. I cannot wait to make your faux gosh, now I can't even think of what it's called, but I just saw the video again today and was reminded that I really want to do that project of yours, Desiree. I was super excited about that, and then I forgot. I promptly forgot about it. Thank you. I'm going to be on Twitch also at about 3, so in about 25 minutes. So, and I'm not quite done here anyways, so no worries. I really, really want this to stay here. Oh, what if I used a paper clip? Will it work? You guys think it'll work? Okay. Yeah, so let's go ahead and leave that. I might want to use some clips. I just love these clips. Oh, actually I should put more glue and then the clips. And so I'll put a clip on the bottom. Is it too dark? Can you see everything? Because when I have my light on, I notice that it's really, really bright, and it almost washes out all the color. But this seems like better. But someone once told me that my videos were just so dark. So anyway, what do you guys think? I mean, it really doesn't matter what someone else thinks. It matters that you guys are able to watch it. And they're, you know, you guys are happy is what I'm trying to say. Faux handmade paper, yes, yes. Share what with you? This project? This project I just made right off the cuff. But actually, this is going to be in the playlist on my site. I mean, on my Junk Journal Boss YouTube page. I'm not sure what you mean, Desiree. But yeah, I'll share whatever I have. Oh, the link for the Twitch stream is twitch.tv/Junk Journal Boss. And we're actually going to be working on converting, you know, continuing a project that we're doing, converting a little golden book to a junk journal. And we're really kind of done, probably. So I'll probably just go in and embellish some page edges or maybe something different. I don't know. But anyway, totally love this. I'm going to leave this paper clip on. Oh, I see. Oh, it's a little dark, but you can see. Okay. So I'm using like natural light, and I wish the natural light was like right, you know, closer to me. But it is just kind of to that direction. Maybe I could do something, though. Hang on. Maybe this will work. Maybe we can reflect some light. Oh, what about that? So now the light isn't directly on here to wash out the colors and stuff, but it's just reflecting off of this wall here. I don't know if you guys were able to see that. Anyways, yeah, so let's see. You're going to try to make this. So if you want, well, actually, yeah, just this will be up on the YouTube channel probably within a week. I have so much to upload right now for to the Junk Journal retreat site, including your video, Desiree, or the Junk Journal retreat YouTube. A flip through, there's not really much, but I can show you this. Is that what you mean, the top? Or a different, the other Junk Journal? This is kind of like the rogue page right here, but that's okay. And I have a magnet in here and here. Okay. Yep, okay. So there's that. Do you guys want me to do a flip through of some other journals like this, or another journal like this? I can. That's actually maybe a little more done. I'm not sure. I think it's still in progress, but I might have more done on it than this one. So I didn't do this particular one for the retreat, but the one, somebody won that one, you know, and I just got done packaging it up. But I'll show you the one that I did at first. Be right back. So this is the first one I did. And I did it all like kind of old-timey, vintage looking. And I just used junk mail envelopes for it. And just, you know, put a little bit of stuff there. Like I said before, oh, that's funny that that page is like that. So what I did was I created the bottom part first, or the top, this part first, by gluing the flaps behind this piece of paper. And it's just a piece of craft paper. And then I embellished them. And then I took that whole unit, you know, and glued it to a folded manila folder, which is really fun because sometimes, you know, there's things like that around our house that, you know, we're looking at it and going, well, it has writing on it or whatever. I don't really want to use that. But save all your stuff because you can do so many things with it. Okay, so here are some of, I think I was working in this one maybe for the page edges, but this is one that I made. And it's just, you know, a piece of cardstock with a bunch of buttons glued down and a bunch of scraps tied on. And I may have given away some of them. Here's another one. You know, it's just circles with book pages. I'm sorry, I sometimes can't call up words. Okay, so cardstock with book pages glued to it and then stacked, you know, one by one. Before I stacked them, I put some stickers on there, and then I just added a little bit of whatever. I forget. I want to say flora, and then I was thinking, is it fauna? No, it's flora. And then this is just a really simple one right here that I used some pink fabric. It's like a pink flannel that my mom had, and I just tore a piece off and just, you know, glued some ribbon to it that was just kind of hanging around, you know, and I made that page. So the rest of this is just, like, I'm not too far along with this one, but here are some of the pages that I have inside, and I can explain what they are. So this is just craft paper, of course. This is something I got from Etsy, and I just printed double-sided. This is just an envelope. This is some wrapping paper I got from my mom's house. Another envelope, just lined paper. And then I have one of these. This is just a paper doily. I used pages from a calendar. I've got ledger paper, more calendar. And then I've got this this vellum here in front of this map, and this map is a map that my parents got in Hawaii. So you know, it's pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. And so then this is really cool, the vellum, how it shows the pictures through it, and so if you want to, you can embellish it or you can just leave it. More map, more calendar, and then, you know, we're just going to be looking at everything backward now. So anyway, that is that. And do you guys have any questions or anything? Yeah, this was my project, but this is not my idea, guys. I just want to let you know that a lot of people make these on the internet, so you can find on YouTube probably, you know, a bunch of people that have made this. I know of at least two, but I can't recall their names. But at any rate, you know, check those out and see. Just do a search for layered manila folder journal or layered junk journal or whatever. And so, yeah. Let's see. Another thing that you can do, I think I'll just go ahead and use this paper. And this is paper, Desiree, you weren't here when I was talking about it, but this is paper that actually I drew each of these little things. And I digitally drew it, okay? And then but I'm also starting to scan in my my pencil drawings and coloring them and shading them and everything like that. Everything sticks to this scissors. And so you might see some drawn by me designs out there sometime. Not that, you know, anybody's hired me to do theirs or anything like that, but I'm going to be doing it for my stuff. I was using some AI, and I don't have anything against that, except that I work with artists a lot, and it, you know, they say it hurts them, and so I believe them, and I just choose to just go different routes, like Creative Fabrica, which I really love. Ezra and I use Creative Fabrica a lot. And but I really love making designs like this, you know. It's so cool that you can like draw a couple of flowers or draw one flower, right, the way that you want it, and then from that, then you save it, and then from that you can make another flower. Then you can like resize them, and I just made this little flourish, you know. It's really cute, and then you can put them all over a paper, and that is that can be your theme of your junk journal or whatever. So anyhow, it's just really fun. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. Oh, maybe I'll put it in the other one. The other one has brighter colors and stuff. So I think it might look nicer in this one. So sometimes I just will glue just a piece onto the page, and these are a little short for whatever reason. I think this paper is probably 8.5, and I cut on the short side, so that's why that is like that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of ribbon or something to it. And okay, here it is. And so this is that same ribbon that I used before. It's like one of my favorite ribbons. And I'm going to let it just kind of hang over on the end here because I like the way that looks. And I'm just going to glue a piece to it, just to kind of give it a little bit more finished look. And then you can make, like I said before, you can make these as elaborate or as plain as you want. You don't need to have every, like, volume on every page, you know? Like, there's not a lot of volume, but there's a little on this one. But then you can have, most of them will be, you know, probably flat, you know, or whatever, because you really only need like every third page to have some volume, I think. That would be what I would think. I mean, do it however you want, though. All right. Okay. So this probably concludes this project. Unless there's something else that you guys want me to do in here that you can do for in your journal. This can be watched, or this will be able to be watched here on, what am I doing here? On YouTube shortly. I mean, not today, but within a week. But see how cool this is when you have these stacked on each other, and it looks really, really neat. You know, it's a lot of different colors and a lot of different textures and everything like that. You can do this with fabric if you want to. I'm having trouble with that. You know, I might use something like this. Actually, do I have something? Oh, of course I have something. This is probably one of the scarves that I got from either a thrift store, because it doesn't look like a scarf that my mom would wear. But, you know, I collect scarves for this reason, you know, to use in my junk journals. And I don't mind cutting up like my mom's scarves, because that's just putting a little bit more of her into my journal. So I'm happy with that. All right, so I wonder if this will fray some. Cut it in half. I wonder if this is that kind of fabric. Oh yeah, it will. So this is kind of crooked though. So let me straighten it out just a little. Don't have to be perfect, just kind of like it to be a little bit straighter than this. For scarves, you can use for you know, ties, closures for your junk journals. You can use them for your page edges. You can use them, you know, just little pieces of it, you know, in your layered, what do they call those, you guys, when you just layer a whole bunch of things and it's just a little embellishment? Maybe they'll top it with, you know, a button or something like that. What is that called? I usually call my stuff different because I don't know exactly, or I can't call up the words. So in the Patreon project, I called these pockets that kind of go crossover like that, slash pockets. I'm sure that's not what they're called, but anyway, I love this orange too. I love orange. So anyways, this I'm probably going to have to allow to fray, you know, on its own. So that's fine. So maybe what I'll do here is just sort of, or maybe I shouldn't have cut this, huh? Let's see. Let me see, just for a second. Okay, that's not really a straight side, but let's see if we can get one. And I think I'm going to have to hop off here to go plug into Twitch, but catch me over there, twitch.tv. Yes, clusters, thank you. I don't know. I just can't think of what the words are. I know how to do it. I know how to make them, but I don't always remember what, you know, what the words are, what they're called. So I'm forever saying, like, what is that called, you guys? Ask anybody around here. So I think what I can do is kind of make this like a ruffle on this page. And yeah, I don't think I can do it today because it does take a little while for the glue to dry. So I'll do that another time. And that is concluding this particular project. If you guys want to see a different kind of project, let me know, or else I'll just start doing all kinds of just different fun things, you know, each week something different or whatever. So that's right, Melissa. That's right. That's why I have you guys. And to remind me, like if on a Zoom call to record, you know, that's another function that you guys that you guys serve. So anyway, thanks for being here, guys. This was really fun. I really enjoyed just hanging around and doing this. And I know that some of you guys are wanting to get together and just simply craft for a few hours. And I think I might do something like that. But I'm also considering, because it's taking me a long time to get finish setting up my account in Twitch, because I'm supposed to have like 7 hours of I don't know what it is. It's 7 hours a week or something like that. And I don't hit nearly that. I think it's just like 2 hours a week for me, or 1 hour a week. So I'm considering doing stuff like that, and then what I would do on those would just be all the journals that I've built that I never finished. That's when I would work on those, because eventually I'm probably going to put them in a shop, but I don't know when, and I don't know if I want to ship stuff out and everything like that, you know. But at the same time, there's a lot of stuff in my house that's just kind of sitting here, so it would be good if I could sell them. So anyways, that's another conversation, and I'm going to head over to Twitch, and I'll see you there in a few seconds. All right.